When were someone's red flags so obvious, but nobody cared? I regret ignoring the red flags I got about my son's new piano teacher for months. Everyone thought he was incredible, awards on display, always professional, and genuinely seemed to help kids reach amazing skill levels. But something felt off about how he'd invite certain boys to stay after lessons for advanced technique work. Nothing explicitly wrong, just uncomfortable. Mr. Harrison joined our music school after the previous instructor retired. Parents were impressed by his credentials from prestigious conservatories. He wasn't flashy, just talented and dedicated, which made him seem trustworthy. He started offering intensive training sessions at his home studio after regular lessons. Several parents were thrilled their sons were selected for this attention, including my 12-year-old Ben. I made a point to pick Ben up right on time from these sessions, always finding excuses to come inside. Mr. Harrison would often seem surprised to see me, and I noticed how the home sessions got scheduled later as weeks passed. The other parents gradually stopped staying, trusting Harrison completely, or assuming their kids could walk home. I kept showing up despite Ben's embarrassment. Dad, nobody else's parents hang around. It's awkward. Last Thursday, Ben came home with a new music book. Not ridiculously expensive, but definitely advanced material we hadn't discussed. Where did you get that? I asked. Mr. Harrison had an extra copy from another student who moved away, he said, looking away. He said I needed it for the pieces we're working on this weekend. That night, while organizing his backpack, I found a handwritten note. Saturday, 3 p.m. at Millie Home Studio for recording session. Don't worry about transportation. I can drive you home after. Our accelerated program is showing results. There was a phone number listed. No teacher should be offering private transportation or extended unsupervised time with a child. I asked Ben about the note at dinner. His face brightened. Mr. Harrison's going to record my playing with professional equipment. He says I could audition for youth orchestra with the right recordings, and his expression shifted. You're not going to mess this up, are you? The defensiveness in his voice told me everything. I kept my concerns quiet and just said I'd consider it. I texted my sister, who works in child services, not making accusations, just asking for guidance. Let me check some things, she texted back after I explained the situation. The next morning she called me. That address doesn't match school records. It's a rental property and there's something else. Teaching credentials he displays? We can't verify them with the institutions listed. I had to be careful. I told Ben I wasn't comfortable with him going to a teacher's house alone for extended sessions, but suggested we could arrange recording time at the school instead. He was disappointed but agreed. I texted Mr. Harrison directly. Hi, this is Ben's father. He mentioned your offer for recording. I'd be happy to drive him Saturday, but could we use the school's music room instead? I could wait or help set up if needed. His response was polite but insistent. Recording requires my specialized equipment, which isn't available at school. Perhaps we can arrange something when schedules allow more flexibility. I showed these messages to my sister, who suggested we monitor the rental address on Saturday. That day, I took Ben to a movie as compensation for missing the recording session. Meanwhile, my sister and a colleague watched the property discreetly. Two boys from different schools showed up with instrument cases. Harrison met them at the door. When they left 3 hours later, the officials approached them and their parents. What they discovered was enough for an investigation. The recording sessions were legitimate, but also included inappropriate physical guidance and requests to remove shirts for better posture assessment. Parents had been told other students would be present. When they searched the property, they found professional recording equipment and evidence he'd been conducting similar sessions with boys from multiple schools for months. His computer revealed a pattern, joining music programs, identifying talented students with ambitious parents, building trust through exceptional results, then arranging private sessions that left all the students traumatized.